Well, it was really a personal decision, actually. We, as a company, we employ quite a few people from various backgrounds, Romanian, Hungarian, Polish, Portuguese, and the referendum was a little bit of a, you're not really that welcome here. It felt a little bit like that. And with so much of our business being based in Berlin, it just felt like a natural thing to do. What we found is that about 3 years ago, when we would reach out to people with regards to opportunities in Berlin, with regards to tech opportunities specifically in Berlin, the answer that we got very often was that they're more interested in London. Do we have opportunities in London? What can they do to get themselves to London? Whereas since the Brexit vote, what we have seen a lot more of is people not being so interested in London. Actually, that has completely dropped off a cliff edge. We've recently had 2 clients come to us asking for help in finding people for London, and they couldn't find anyone in London, and we have actually struggled to engage with candidates effectively with regards to London. They're more interested in Berlin, Amsterdam, Paris, Barcelona than they are in London.
I used to live and work in London for about 10 years, but a few years ago I decided to move to Berlin and set up my company here. It was really a combination of factors. On the one hand, Berlin seemed like an attractive destination, became more open, more international, good business opportunities. So there was a lot of pull factor in terms of Berlin. On the other hand, I'm a big Anglophile. I loved living in London, loved the UK. Unfortunately, though, a few years ago, you could feel that the atmosphere was changing. So it was more navel-gazing, more blaming Europeans for problems that had nothing to do with Europe. So on the whole, the whole atmosphere got a bit more hostile, which is really sad and breaks my heart as a big Anglophile. But unfortunately, that's what happened, and obviously it got worse and worse in the last few years. So there was a push factor as well, which led me to decide to set up my business in Berlin rather than in London.
It just seemed to. How do I just deselect something? I was very impressed when I saw the 10th thing. Can you actually calculate?
Hold on, look at that. That looks like it could in apparently.
Well, lots of people have. We'll get it in the back.
Well, it's always nice to hike up, isn't it? Like a very nice hike. When it goes next to a train line.
You do have this.
What about? I was just wondering what elevation.
See, now this is a much better transition for any.
Look, I think startups are speedboats, not oil tankers, and ultimately the problem that most startups, our company included, is trying to solve is no more or less relevant because of Brexit. So we go where talent is, and ultimately that means anywhere and everywhere. But I don't think Brexit presents all sorts of challenges, but actually what the impact is for small companies really isn't clear yet. So.
It's got 2 A's. No, I think it's 2 A's at the beginning. Yeah. Adventure.
No. I mean,
have you not got the link to you on the channel?
No, I'm not on a.
We don't think about those external factors as the deciding factors on where we set up our business or where we operate. We're actually looking very much more at the specific factors that say, look, who are the right people to build our business with? Where are those people located? And I'm not sure that the biggest factors are whether a country is or isn't in the European Union.
Also Tatsache ist, dass Berlin große Werbung gemacht hat und dass Berlin sich in begrenztem Rahmen eingesetzt hat, dafür zu sorgen, dass interessierte Start-ups auch nach Berlin kommen. Aber passiert ist es nicht, zumindest nicht aus meiner Beobachtung heraus. Und das liegt halt daran, dass zum einen Start-ups sehr flexibel sind, sehr dynamisch sind und sicherlich Planungshorizonte haben, die sich geringer darstellen wie bei Banken oder bei Finanzinstituten. Also die trauen sich zu, schnell reagieren zu können, wenn es denn sein muss. Und insoweit warten viele auch ab, wie sich das entwickelt.